Connor Shaw. Who?
Do you want that as your lock of the week?
Dylan Gabriel's not the guy. He's a 5'10", 5'11" left-handed quarterback. The odds are stacked against him. Dog.
What's up?
You ready for the World Cup?
I am. I'm heartbroken that the Vive la France did not get in. They are third place match, though, between France and England. So
Yeah, but that never feels as good. You know?
Not at all.
A bronze ain't even as good. Nothing is. You'd rather almost lose at the beginning than lose that close to the end.
What did Nelly say? 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers.
3 ain't even close.
3 ain't even close. So, no, that's the best they can do. Well, the worst they can do is not beat England. But my lock is going to be involving that match between England and France, by the way, which is today.
We'll get to that in our...
Yeah, but the final will be Argentina versus Spain. So
we've got a bunch of soccer, actually, as MLS is going on this week, upcoming.
Yes.
Not this weekend, but we'll cover that today as
Yep.
well, just because we're getting back into it. And soccer's been on the forefront of most bettors' minds with the World Cup going on and stuff like that. We'll
training camp next week in the NFL, by the way.
That's what I'm waiting for, baby. That's what I've been waiting for, is training camp. I'm ready for some football. And I got to tease something.
Okay.
I got some fantasy football stuff in the works.
Really?
Yeah. So it's going to be a smaller production, but
You've piqued my curiosity.
it'll be under the Bet This umbrella. We'll say that. So I'll be doing that in just a couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing a couple of specials and stuff to get us started. And I'll talk about that more down the road. And make sure you keep an eye, Bet Heads, on our social medias, both Instagram and on YouTube, for all of our posts, because we'll be teasing coming down the road. Plus on X, you'll be able to find it as well.
Bet This P on X, Bet This Pod on Insta. And we're, as you know, folks, we're still doing this set every week. And in fact, next week, before we start, as you know, next week is Cooperstown week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be doing a lot of the Hall of Fame. I'm going to be wearing my Cleveland 70s. I know you love that logo, by the way. That it wasn't not Sanskrit, but it's something akin to that, right?
Yeah. It's like are we talking about the Chopsy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's almost like looks like almost like a Webdings kind of wild script.
I'll be wearing that. So that will be the hat I'll be wearing, because, again, they'll be wearing that at the Tampa Bay Rays. But the Tampa Bay Rays are going to be the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the iteration from 2001 to 2006. As you know, we had the sticker last week. That baby's going back up. So basically anything that's like old school, for the most part.
Are the Nats doing anything? Are the Nats
DC?
They're not going to be Expos?
They can't.
No.
I can't say they can't, because they do have the rights of the Expo. Here's the thing about that. People think if baseball's going back to Montreal that they're in the Expos. The Nationals have free reign on that. They can say ain't happening.
I feel like it would still happen, but they would have to. There would be a payout or something.
Here's the problem with that. When you get into intellectual property and that kind of thing, it can get really messy.
Oh, I know.
So that's why do you think the Carolina Hurricanes do not want to let go of the Hartford Whalers under any circumstances?
Because once they lose it, it's gone. They can't.
Correct.
It's hard to get back. But I mean, look at the NBA is getting Seattle, and not that OKC is.
OKC never wanted to have Seattle.
Right. They wanted to be their own thing.
They felt bad, this is to their credit. The owner who moved the Oklahoma City, the Seattle, genuinely felt awful. He really did. It would have been nice if they stayed in Seattle, but you wouldn't have OKC if that was the case.
Yes.
So genuinely felt awful. Said, we're not the Sonics. Our history is the Oklahoma City Thunder. If and when the NBA gets an expansion franchise, they will be a returning franchise. Mm-hmm. So there are certain instances where that happens. The Washington Nationals, they make money off that Expos likeness. And they've been the Expos twice since they've been the Washington Nationals. There's a picture of Max Scherzer in an Expos uniform. It did happen back when they were back when the Nationals was with the Washington Nationals. They played as the Expos twice, one time one year and one time the next year. I think it was like 14-15 or 15-16. So there is a picture of Max Scherzer in a Montreal Expos uniform.
Hell
yeah.
But I wish they would wear it now. It sucks. But
they're going to wear the DC.
Yeah, it's cool.
But no, a lot of the old school stuff you're going to be seeing on the Bet This set on YouTube, Bet This THIS in capital letters with an exclamation point. And of course, we always give you the picture every single week on Bet This Pod with our parlays. and also our locks of the week, which we're going to be doing this week as well. And go ahead, Siege, because I know you're so doggone excited about what's coming up this weekend.
This weekend, I am excited for the Open Championship.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Open Championship. Plus, we've got baseball on the way. And
baseball's back after the All-Star break.
And not only that, we've got NASCAR. I put up a funny video, a little story about going to a NASCAR track on my TikTok. If you missed it, go check it out. But we're going to break all that down, and we're going to go over the end of the World Cup and our thoughts on the activity here in America, the potential, outlook on how that looks on us, whether, foreigners had a good time or not, kind of, or whether they thought we put on a good show and all that jazz. And we're going to go over just a bunch of sports. I'm ready. We got UFC to talk about. We didn't even get to break down the awful Conor McGregor match that wasn't. I want to say that was, but it wasn't. It wasn't even a match.
I was okay with what happened.
So
karma comes to get you, baby.
So bet heads. Well, yeah, I had Max Holloway anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm frustrated because I put down a bet for Max Holloway to win by decision, and the fight was over in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And so now, bet heads, good to know for you is Conor McGregor is trying to have the fight ruled as a no contest, which would put money back in your account for any money you spent on UFC 329. So, hopefully that happens. We'll keep you updated if we hear anything about that. But also this weekend, one fight that we're going to talk about later on is Usman versus Plessy. It's the only really fight that sounds interesting. We'll talk about it during the lightning round.
They're in OKC for that, by the way.
For the UFC fight night. Yes, Jay Dawg is right.
Yep.
We've got WNBA going on.
Yep.
We'll break that down.
We got rankings on that, rankings on baseball. We're not going to do MLS rankings next week because it's just getting back. We're going to do it the week after.
Yep.
So
starting in August,
we'll essentially be doing the Bet This rankings again for MLS. And next Saturday, somebody's birthday next Saturday. Who could that be?
It's my birthday.
Ah, yes. We'll have a big CJ, happy birthday, CJ birthday bash, just like on Bet This happened to me as well in March.
Yeah, we will celebrate my birthday and we'll have to make like 32 bets or something, or maybe I'll find like a 32 pick parlay or something for my 32nd birthday.
I think 32 bets is better than a 32 pick parlay because that's going to be a bit of an impossibility.
I think so too. But we'll look into the odds and see what we can get into. What do you want to start off with, Jay Dawg? You want to wrap up the World Cup?
I do, because it has been a World Cup that has had its twists and its turns, whether it's dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is not dynamic, folks. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
The ice issues potentially with what had happened, or people coming from other countries, usually ones that have brown people in them, getting targeted. So unfairly.
Yes.
Also, the Tartan Army taking Boston by storm. Boston, a beer city, ran out of beer. That's how much the Tartan Army loves their brew.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of French people because I'm big into French culture and Canadian French.
Despite not being French, whereas I am of French Canadian descent, and he knows I partake in the Francais culture as well.
I've been studying French for over 1,000 days, and so I follow a lot of French influencers and stuff like that. And the French people fell in love with one of my favorite cities, Philadelphia. Yeah, they fell in love with Philly. Sadly, of course, France lost, and they'll be taking on England in the third place game or third place match.
Yep.
But I mean, I thought that overall people enjoyed the World Cup. I thought it brought people together. I think that's what sports usually does.
That's what it does. No, it absolutely does. The England-Mexico match in Mexico, we talked about that. The ground was undulating. It was such a big match, and England won. I couldn't believe that.
I know they were. Mexico actually ended up being, I believe, the last team to get eliminated from North America.
For the North America was Mexico. It went Canada first, then USA, then Mexico. Also, the Norwegian team. They took the world by storm.
I had them. Like I was originally, I wanted to pick France at the beginning, but you picked France.
Yes.
I picked England, which obviously they did not make it either.
The curse continues.
I thought that like halfway through, I was like, Norway might be the team. Like I was like, I really like the the energy that they bring to the pitch.
Also, the Algerian army, not a lot of people are talking about this. The Algerian army, I call them the army, but they were taking Kansas by storm.
Of all places.
Of all places, because as you know, they took on Argentina in Kansas City, but their training facility was in Kansas, the state, whereas Kansas City, Missouri was where Lionel Messi and company had their way with Algeria. But the Kansas, again, Argentinians fell in love with Missouri and Algerians fell in love with Kansas.
So real quick, to update the bet heads on the odds, your third place game, which is going to be
match,
taking place right after Bet This or shortly after.
Yeah, like 5 p.m.
France versus England. France is favorite at minus 215, England plus 170. Then for your gold medal match, Spain versus Argentina.
On Sunday.
Spain is actually favorites at minus 150 to take on the defending champions, Argentina, at plus 130.
Is this Messi's last one?
Yes.
I think it is too. A lot of people have said it's not because he may, but he's going to be in his mid-40s. That's not going to work.
No.
He's unstoppable, but is he going to be unstoppable in his 40s?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. Dog, didn't you have a parlay here with soccer?
I did. 2 goals. Mbappe. Book it.
Heard that. That's Jay Dawg's lock of the week. We're going to give him 2 goals for Mbappe. And in a minute, we're going to bring the Doctor of Rock in for some golf talk. Sit tight, bet heads. Welcome back.
Wow.
Welcome back, Doctor of Rock bet heads. We've got the Doctor of Rock, Chris Doc Garrett from Frank FM 99 Won the Bone, and of course our golf expert here at Bet This. How we doing, Doc?
You know, I'm here with you on Bet This, so it must be a Majors Friday.
Oh, it is, of course. You know it. And what an exciting start to the major too so far, huh?
I was going to say, I'll tell you, one of the most exciting, entertaining Fridays you're ever going to see in any major golf championship. We've had 2 62s already. So Lucas Herbert won it this morning, birdied the first 3 holes, ended up birdieing 9. He missed a 4-foot putt for 61, ended up with 62. And then later, Sam Burns, whose wife's having a baby, almost didn't make the trip, chipped in on 18 for a 62, which is the lowest score in major history. I think there's like 6 or 7 guys that have done it, but we got 2 record-breaking rounds today already.
That's crazy. What a crazy start to the tournament. And you know, what a good major. I'm so excited. You know,
I love this major. And it's fun. It's fun to see the different people. Like Bryson DeChambeau is the rock star right now. And if you didn't hear what happened before, Nick Faldo really just ripped into him and basically said he's got no clue he has no plan on how to play this course. He doesn't prepare, blah, blah, blah. I mean, just lit him up.
Wow.
And let me just tell you how Bryson has come out. He's 5 under as we're speaking right now. On the 9th hole, he hit a ball almost over the grandstands. I've never seen him do this before. 370 feet pin high.
Wow.
He's -5. He's playing with the crowd. So I just saw he went and pulled out an iron. The crowd started booing, and he just put it back and pulled out the driver. So he's just having a ball with the crowd. He's feeling good. He missed the first 3 cuts. I think the Faldo statements, I think the fact that he missed those 3 majors already this year, the cut and didn't make it to the weekend, he's on a mission this weekend.
I think that Scotty could also be someone to keep your eye out for, of course, because he's been slumping.
Well, that's who Bryce is playing right now. So yeah, definitely yin and yang and pushing each other right now.
And I think that Bryson is definitely due. Like I think he's been, on his downward curve. So it's only time before he swings back up. And funny that you say that because I've got some categories I broke down for the bet heads this week.
Oh, nice.
For the Open. So we've got 5 categories that you want to keep your eye on for golfers to bet on.
Okay.
Elite ball striking is the number 1 category, something that Bryson DeChambeau does almost better than anybody. And it's very important for the approach. The tee to green helps with the greens to regulation, which is going to help with just this game in the way that Royal, Birkdale?
Birkdale, yeah.
How Royal Birkdale plays is often it's more just technical games here are the people that shine. Like those people who are known for being good golfers play really good at this course and at this major.
A lot of times, and I think I was telling yesterday, we were talking too, a lot of times this tournament, more than any other golf tournament, usually ends up with the top 10. So somebody from the top 10 end up winning the tournament. This tournament more than any other majors won at that time. But it looks like now you got some wild names up
That
there.
is true. That is true. With some of these, like what day one, there was some young kid who
Right.
had never played a links course ever, finished 5 under or something like
And
that.
Lucas Herbert right now came out of nowhere. He started the day at even par. He finished at -8. He's now leading the tournament.
And I also had Sam Burns. I didn't have him on my radar at all either. So my second category I want to mention is keeping the ball in play, something that Bryson has had trouble with previously. But when he keeps it in play is, very, very good at keeping his score very low.
And two guys that exemplify that would be Morikawa and Henley, probably the two best ball strikers for hitting fairways. And that's an important thing. So you're right.
100%. After that, I've got surviving, not scoring. So just bogey avoidance, people who play the smart game.
Grind
and
it out.
that's golf, of course, in general. And then we have the links style is huge here, which, of course, you were saying, people are judging Bryson for maybe not playing links, but a lot of these Americans don't have that same skill level that these people like maybe Rory have or a Tommy Fleetwood or something like that.
Tommy's home course. And the other thing is that it's really had a heat wave over this. So it's really dry and the greens are firm and fast. I've seen things. I saw a guy hit a ball almost 400 yards. And it's interesting because it's the way these guys can look at a hole. You could actually have on a certain tee, a guy take a 7-iron, a 3-iron, or a driver. It depends on what they're trying to do, where they're trying to go, play the role. And the most important thing at this Open is stay out of the pot bunkers, period, the end.
What was the, you told me Rory had like a ball that hit like 350 yards and then rolled like 12 feet from the pin.
No, I've seen 400 yards. Yeah, it's because it's so dry that it just rolls. So again, it's creativity. It's thinking out of the box. Like where am I going to hit the shot? The shot Bryson hit. Nobody took that line over there.
All right, Doc, give us your best team for the weekend, the guys that you're expecting to be the best in potential winners.
Well, since I have the advantage of today, I'm going to put Lucas Herbert right up there, and I'm going to put Sam Burns up there. But I love the way Bryson is playing right now. He, as we're airing right now, he's 3 shots off the lead. But I mean, his speed has been amazing. He's right on it. He looks like he's on a mission. So I would not sleep on Bryson DeChambeau. And of course, Scotty Scheffler. He's a 2-time defending champion. Never count him out of any match.
Yes, I got my 4 just for the bet heads: Hideki Matsuyama, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, and Jordan Spieth. The previous winner, Jordan Spieth, and then the other guys all finished top 20 last time at Royal Birkdale. So those are our picks for the Open Championship. Doc,
the Open Championship.
Doc, do you want to plug? We have a golf tournament of our own going on.
So we have it's our annual Birdies and Brewfest golf tournament. We have it at Stonebridge Country Club every year. It raises money for 26 local food pantries. It's going to be on Friday, August 14th. And what it is 2 full 9-hole scrambles. And then we have a full-blown brew fest with live music, beer sampling, free food, entertainment prizes. It's a great time. And again, so it's a great day for a great cause. There's still some slots left. And if you want to sign up, get your groups in right now at frankfmradio.com.
Thank you for the plug, Doc. And bet heads, go check out frankfmradio.com to sign up for the Birdies and Brewfest. And in a moment, we will be back with Jay Dawg in the studio for more Bet This. So stay tuned.
I just missed a 4-footer for 61. I'm like, oh my God.
That's wild.
And you know what the kid said? He birdied the first 3 holes. He's a golf nerd, this kid, Lucas Herbert. He said after the 3rd hole, he started thinking about 62. 3rd hole!
And he was still crushing it.
All right, Dog. Real quick, remind the bet heads, what was your lock of the week? You had Mbappe.
I had Kylian Mbappe, not 1, 2 goals in the 3rd place match between Le Vive la Francais and Le Britannique, which is, of course, England.
Yeah. J Dog is going with France in that one, obviously, and Mbappe with 2 goals.
Yep.
I like that. Honestly, I think France is going to take that one.
Okay.
I mean, Harry Kane is really the only guy that England's got to give them any kind of offense. And I feel like France, other than
Bellingham to a degree, but the dynamic is
Harry
Kane for sure.
So we have a couple of things we can discuss here, J Dog. We have power rankings coming up in just a few moments, which we'll get into. Before we do power rankings, we have the WNBA, a couple of games tonight going on, and we're going to be talking about their power rankings in just a few moments anyways. So I figured, why not cover these games? 3 games tonight, 2 at 8:10 and 1 at 8:40.
Yeah.
One of them at the, I think it's on the West Coast. We have the Portland Fire at the Minnesota Lynx. That's our first game.
Okay.
We have the New York Liberty at the Indiana Fever. That sounds like the most interesting game.
Yep.
And then we have the Mystics at the Valkyries. for our third and final match, that one on the West Coast. Jay Dawg, let's start with this first game here. We got the Lynx hosting the Fire. Who are you taking this and why?
Lynx, because it's at home, right? And again, the Fire are an expansion team. And right now, the Lynx are among the best, if not the best, in the WNBA right now. And I just think the Lynx will take that one.
So I can actually see the odds here on DraftKings. The Minnesota Lynx are receiving 85% of the bets right now, which makes sense. They're minus 800. And at home, they're, fairly dominating. They're one of the better teams in the WNBA.
If not the best.
Right.
Yeah.
The average points per game in their stadium in Minneapolis, the Target Center, is 175 points per game, and the over-under has gone over 9 times to 4 times. And so I don't know, looking at this game, I don't know if I would bet the over-under. I feel like I would just like the Lynx money line, but at the same time, because look at here, right? The Lynx have failed to cover the spread 6 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. And that makes me doubt the over and the under as well.
Now, if they took on someone like Chicago Sun, who are not really a good team, you would probably pick those odds to be a little bit better.
Right. So I might stay away from this game, but I think I agree with you. The Lynx, probably the team to go with. They're minus 800 on the money line. Fire plus 550. That's too rich for my blood. Next game, Jay Dawg, we're going to look at. We've got the New York Liberty and the Indiana Fever taking on each other in Indiana.
At Indiana, yeah.
New York's getting 53% of the bets. What are your thoughts?
I think Indiana closes it out because, again, they're slightly better. Liberty, although they're kind of neck and neck right now. Although it is at Indiana, I think I'll take Stewie and company to just eke one out at Indy.
Really?
Yeah.
So I want to point something out here. The Indiana Fever are plus 1.5 on the spread. That's minus 105.
Yeah.
So they're obviously expected to lose by 1 or 2 points or more, essentially.
Yeah.
I like the Fever in this. This might be my lock of the week.
Okay.
Or maybe it won't be a lock of the week, but I'll say I'm going to put money down on this. I'm going to take the Indiana Fever on the money line plus 105. Because if the spread is plus 1.5, it really seems like it's a toss up in the air. And I feel like Caitlin Clark's been getting kind of gritty on the court. She's getting kind of irritated with the missed calls that are going on.
Getting assaulted and everything.
Yeah. And so I think that she's going to kind of come out pretty aggressive in this game and be the driving force for the Fever to take down the Liberty here. But I think that might be the game of the week or the bet of the week. Is that match. Is keep your eyes on that. Third and final one, we've got the Mystics at the Valkyries. I mean, the Valkyries have been an incredible expansion team. Break down your thoughts for us, Jay Dawg.
Again, they're not an expansion team anymore. They're in their second year. Right. So Mystics with Sonia Citron and company, they're exceeding expectations as well. And I think I'll take the Val. It's in Santa Fe on Cisco, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take the Valks to win this one. Although it could be close. We'll see what happens.
The Valkyrie are getting 83% of the votes. They are minus 440 on the money line. Minus 8.5 on the spread is just a little bit too much. I honestly would go to game lines, and you can't do it before the game, but maybe when it gets a little closer to tip off, you might be able to adjust that game line to maybe 6.5 or 5.5. I'd feel a little bit more confident, and it might be a little bit of a better payout than a minus 440 money line. So I like the Valkyrie there too. We're going to take the Lynx, the Valkyries, and then Jay Dawg's taking the Liberty. I'm going to take the Fever on that. Dawg, why don't we transition right into the power rankings for the WNBA?
We'll start at number 10, the Toronto Tempo, the expansion Toronto Tempo. At number 9, the expansion Portland Fire. At number 8, the Washington Mystics. At number 7, the New York Liberty. At number 6, the Atlanta Dream. At number 5, the Indiana Fever. Fever Dream, Dream Fever. At number 4, the Dallas Wings. At number 3, the Las Vegas Aces. They've taken a tumble. At number 2, the Golden State Valkyries. And at number 1, the Minnesota Lynx.
The Golden State Valks at number 2. Yep. I love to hear it. And Jay Dawg, while we're doing power rankings, why don't we just go right into our MLB power rankings, and then after that we will slam through some Saturday games here that you can catch later on, Bedheads.
Number 10, the Chicago White Sox. At number 9, the St. Louis Cardinals. At number 8, the Cleveland Guardians. At number 7, the Chicago Cubs. At number 6, the Philadelphia Phillies. At number 5, the New York Yankees. At number 4, the Atlanta Braves. At number 3, the Tampa Bay Rays. At number 2, the Milwaukee Brewers. And at number 1, of course, the reigning champions, two-time Los Angeles Dodgers.
I didn't hear the Boston Red Sox in there yet, but they
And you won't.
They are on fire. Hopefully it stays that way, but I don't want to pretend like I was riding with them all season because there probably wasn't anybody talking more crap than me. I was pretty frustrated with the team, but
You went on rants.
I know I was very frustrated. They've been frustrating me for a long time, but I mean, if they're successful, they're successful. I'll take it. Like, I'm not going to deny success if they've got it, but at the same time, the organization is still an absolute dumpster fire. Like, the team is good. The roster is playing good. The organization is a dumpster fire. That's all I'll say. And on that note, let's make some picks for MLB games for today. Later on today,
The Saturday slate.
You'll be able to catch the Saturday slate. Jay Dawg starting us off. We've got Chicago White Sox at Toronto.
I'll take the White Sox.
Heard that. The Reds at the Rockies.
I'll take the Cincinnati Reds.
Mets at the Phillies.
Mets.
We've got Pirates at Guards.
Gardos,
We've got Rays at Red Sox.
which you can catch 3:10 pregame on the Pulse of New Hampshire, 4:10 first pitch on Saturday. We're the pregame before the pregame, essentially, with the Red Sox on Saturdays now. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays.
Heard that. We've got the Rangers at the Braves.
I will take the Texas Rangers.
We've got the O's at the Astros.
I'll take the O's.
We've got Marlins at the Brew Crew.
I'll take the Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew heard. We've got the Padres at the Royals.
I'll take the Dads in that one.
We've got St. Louis at Arizona.
Cardinals.
Cardinals heard. The Dodgers at the Yankees.
You pick it. I'm not.
I'm taking the Dodgers in that one. Giants at Seattle.
I'm going to take the Giants.
Heard that. The Nats at the A's of Nowhere.
Nats.
That's a good game, actually. And then Detroit at the Halos.
We're betting against the Angels, so I'm going to take the Tigers.
Heard that. Those are our Saturday slates. We'll have the Sunday slate coming up in the lightning round in just a few moments. J Dawg, give your quick thoughts. Give us like a 30-second synopsis on the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby.
Worst All-Star game in 24 years. 3 hits right there for the National League. Al Jarreau had 3 pop hits. He had as many hits as the National League did. Not a Home Run Derby guy, so don't care. It was on Netflix. A lot of people couldn't find it on Netflix, even though they've been told it was on Netflix. That's what I don't understand. But All-Star game, put it on NBC. Enough of the Fox stuff.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I liked the Home Run Derby and their broadcast crew, but I don't like how inaccessible it is. All right, Dawg. It is almost time for the best part of every Bet This show.
Where you scream on the top of your lungs?
Yeah, and then
and the world can hear you?
Before we get to it, though, we got some housekeeping as always, and we're going to go over our parlays and locks of the week. And hit us with it, Jay.
We mentioned it for Saturday, of course. Saturday is 3:10 pregame, 4:10 first pitch. Tampa Bay Rays at Boston Red Sox on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations. Sunday, 12:35 pregame, 1:35 first pitch. You know, Weird Al is in Boston on Saturday. And then, because I was hoping to go to that, not going to it. I was hoping to go to the Rays Red Sox game on Sunday. Not going to that, though. However, Mike from Mike and the Hoss is going to the game on Saturday.
I thought you were going to say Weird Al.
I don't think so. He's going to be too busy.
Okay.
The meet and greets and everything that go with that.
We'll have to
He
ask.
sold out TD Garden.
Really?
He sold out the TD Garden.
Wow.
He's in his 60s. The man is selling out Madison Square Garden last year. He's selling out the TD Garden this year.
Wow.
Remember, he's going to be in Guilford on Wednesday.
Yep.
During Selena Gomez and Cleveland's birthday. Anyway, that's your housekeeping for that. On the playback on Monday, we did a little bit of a World Cup kind of thing going on with the J Dawg's wrestling match of the month. We had different wrestlers from different countries, kind of taking on each other. That's kind of what I was going for. We got a winner. It was women's match, 2025 WWE Evolution. It was Io Sky taking on Rhea Ripley. So Japan versus Australia, essentially. That will be at noon on Monday. J Dawg's wrestling match of the month. She at the time was the women's world champion for WWE. And then on Tuesday at noon on the playback, it will be J Dawg's boxing bout of the month. Controversial one at that. We're looking back on 30 years when it happened. It didn't happen 30 years to the date. It had already happened during Harry's wedding, by the way. Congrats to Harry and Sam and Harry, of course. Great wedding. Great chicken. The Riddick Bowe, Andrew Galata match. Big Daddy versus the Foul Pole. That was at Madison Square Garden 30 years ago. That's Jay Dawg's boxing bout of the month at noon on Tuesday. So wrestling on Monday, boxing on Tuesday, both at noon. The playback under the Bet This umbrella. Check it out.
All right, Dog, real quick, your lock of the week was Mbappe.
Yep.
With
2 goals.
2 goals.
France winning and covering the spread.
Your lock was the 2 goals. Your parlay is Luis Ariz, Travis Bazana to both get 2 hits on Sunday, and then Juan Soto to home run on Sunday as well. So make sure you throw that in Bet Heads, J Dawg's baseball parlay. And then my parlay, I'm picking just 3 games, 3 money lines. Going to take the A's, the Rockies, and the Guards to all win on Sunday. J Dawg, it is that time.
Here we go.
It's the lightning round. Kept it nice and sweet today.
And here comes the rain again.
Yeah. J Dawg, the lightning round. We're going to get started in just a minute. I did forget to mention my lock of the week is going to be Carl Usman money line. He's plus 190. So I like the payout there. But J Dawg, not a big UFC guy. We're going to get back into something J Dawg likes. Do some baseball picks, Dog, to start off the lightning round.
It's my religion, for crying out loud, Meatloaf.
Who are you going to go with here? We're going to start off your Sunday slate, because we already did Saturday. Starting off the Sunday slate with the White Sox in Toronto.
We're
going to go Toronto.
Yep, Blue Jays.
We got the Mets at the Phils.
Mets
heard. Rays at Sox.
Rays.
We got the Rangers at the Braves.
Rangers.
We've got the Pirates at the Guards. Of course. Baltimore at Houston.
I'm going to take the Stros in that one. Took the O's on Saturday, taking the Stros on Sunday.
We've got Miami at Milwaukee.
I'm going to take the Marlins in that one, actually.
Heard that. Dads at Royals.
I'll take the Dads.
Heard that. Padres. Minnesota at Chicago White Sox, or Chicago Cubs, excuse me.
Ooh, okay. You know what? I'll take the Cubbies.
Cubbies heard.
Yep.
We've got the Reds at the Rockies.
I'll take the Rockies to win that one. So.
Okay.
You've got the Rocks on that one too.
We've got Washington at the A's of Nowhere.
I'll take the A's of Nowhere. So you've got that one too.
Yep. J Dawg's going with the parlay, taking my advice. We've got the Tigers taking on the Halos. It's bet against the Angels.
Bata.
We got to go with
the
Detroit.
Tigers. Yep.
And then we've got San Francisco at Seattle.
I'm going to take the Mariners in that one.
Mariners hurt.
Yep.
St. Louis Cardinals at the Diamondbacks.
I'll take the Diamondbacks in that one.
And then the Dodgers and Yankees. J Dawg's not picking. I'm picking the Dodgers. Never the Yankees.
That's the Sunday night game on Peacock, NBC/Peacock, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Fox has the Saturday baseball game of the week being the Yankees and the Dodgers.
The Monday lineup, by the way, just a couple of games to mention.
I know one of them.
The Minnesota Twins
at the Guardians. A big 4-game series right there. That 4-game series, by the way, Siege, I think that determines what happens to Minnesota if they don't perform well in Cleveland.
Really? When's the deadline?
July 31st.
Oh, so this might be like a selling
closer
point.
And closer to that deadline, Siege. And I think if the Twins get swept or lose 3 out of 4,
you could see Buxton go, Joe Ryan
Buxton's not going anywhere. Joe Ryan is definitely a trade chip.
Yeah. The Red Sox are taking on the Orioles for you Sox fans. You bet heads that are New England local. The Red Sox hosting the Orioles. If they can get like 3 games out of that series and just keep this run going against an Orioles team that's been
at home, though. Again, the Red Sox don't play well at home.
I know. So we'll have to see.
It's going to be rivals. It's essentially going to be rivals week all week because they're going to have the Rays this weekend.
Yep.
The O's after that, and then the Blue Jays after that.
Yep. So it's just a divisional lineup. J Dawg, we're going to go to NASCAR. A couple real quick update for you bet heads last week. Ryan Blaney was your winner at Atlanta. Christopher Bell in second, and Hovar came in third. SVG all the way up in sixth. He's become one of my favorites. And then for this weekend, NASCAR is at the where is it? It's like Salem. Winston-Salem,
North Carolina.
I looked it up. It's at like the historic Winston-Salem, North Carolina track.
Yeah.
It's a 7 p.m. under the lights, which are always the best races if you're a race fan. Denny Hamlin leads off the odds for -500 in your top 10 finish. Kyle Larson -400, Blaney -350, Bell -330, Logano -200, Byron -190, Elliott minus 150. Any of those stand out to you?
Chase Elliott, I think, stands out to me for there.
Okay.
So, yeah. Chris Bell, too.
I like SVG here. He's plus 340 to finish in the top 10.
Okay.
And he just got a 6th place finish last week. He's one of the top premier drivers. I'm going to go with SVG in the top 10 as just one of my sleeper picks. And then Jay Dawg. Let's wrap things up with some MLS games. We haven't done this in a while.
Matches and they've been unlike well, you've had no soccer. You've had the Tour de France go on, but no soccer for Major League Soccer. But Tour de France, we're not going to pick it, by the way. We're just going to let you know that it's a bunch of people on bicycles going up the French Alps. If you can do that, more power to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, MLS matches next week include.
So they start back up on Wednesday. So before our next edition of Bet This, there will be MLS matches. So if you're looking for soccer, you can catch them in the middle of the week. Columbus Crew hosting NYCFC. Who you taking in that
Columbus
one?
Crew.
Columbus Crew, heard that. Minus 110. Philly Union hosting New York Red Bulls. Who you got now?
Philly Union.
Philly Union, also favorites at home. We've got Houston Dynamo hosting DC United.
Ooh, Houston Dynamo.
They're also favorites at home.
Yep.
Colorado Rapids hosting San Diego FC.
I'll take San Diego FC.
San Diego FC plus 195. Rapids are plus 105, so it's kind of a toss-up there. And then the final MLS match for this week, we've got San Jose Earthquakes hosting Orlando City.
That's a lock right there. So it's going to be San Jose.
Yeah, they're minus 215.
Yeah.
That is a lock of the week, essentially. J Dawg, that does it. That is our MLS picks. I threw these in here just in case. Mbappe to score this weekend. He's minus 185. Harry Kane plus 105 after Bet This today. And then Messi is plus 130 as an anytime goal scorer in the championship.
Again, next week, CJ's birthday, Cooperstown. A lot of retro stuff you're going to see. So there's some retro stuff already. We're going to go even more retro next week with MLB set. So,
hey, Bet Heads, thank you for joining us. Come join us next week for my birthday.
Big birthday bash.
We're going to make some bets. So if you're going to bet
this.
And thank you for joining us. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bet This is for entertainment purposes only. Always gamble responsibly and never wager more than you can afford to lose. Our advice is not a guarantee of success. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org for resources.